Hello everyone. So we're going to be working on a cover that Gail Augustinelli did a while back or a couple days ago or so, and see if it works. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm going to try. That's all that matters, right? Just trying to lay some different napkins down on here. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to try. And tissue paper. And again, I'm just trying something a little bit new. I've never done this before. Hopefully it works. She'll quit playing soon. Rosie! Do you have the light on in your room? That's what I thought. Bella's just trying to get you in trouble. Bella's trying to get you into trouble. I don't know. You ask her. Her light's off. But stick this down. I have no idea what I'm doing, really. We're just gonna... I do know the plastic underneath is supposed to make it so it ain't gonna connect to each other. So I'm gonna try doing it that way. For this first layer anyways. And this is just Mod Podge. Just thrown on top of here. Actually, this is my watered down Mod Podge that I'm throwing back here. And it's a fabric underneath, and the fabric's going to end up being our inside of the journal. And I work on doing these inside pieces first, or the outside of it, and then I cover up the inside portion of it. I have learned that that works the best, because then you get all these crinkles And we want the crinkles. Oh, that was a little much. Oh well. I'm going to grab, where is it? Thought I had it somewhere over here. Yes. This. Just to move some of this over this way. Sometimes a good scraper works wonders.
I don't like the crust.
You don't like the crust?
No.
Why not?
One pizza.
Rosie, you need to quit playing. I probably put a little too much on there again, but that's okay. We'll see. And I used this paper once before for background paper because I didn't like the yellow. So. I think part of my issue is what I have underneath this, so I'm going to work on that issue right now. Get rid of my big paper here. Oops. That's all right. There we go. Now it's probably going to be way easier to do this now that I got a flat surface going. Maybe. We'll see. Eh. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just remember that. I'm experimenting here with this new cover idea. I don't know if this is gonna work or not or what's gonna happen, but I'm trying something new that I've never done before, which to me is the point, right? Try new things. Don't necessarily do the same thing over and over again like I have been lately. It feels like that's all I've been doing is same things over and over again. I figured let's change her up. Let's try something new. And it's fabric underneath.
It's not my favorite.
Are you still complaining you're not getting your exact favorite thing, Bella, again?
What did you eat?
Mm.
Not
She said to do several layers of each thing, so that's what I'm trying to do at this point. Just layer her up. Bella is watching. What are you watching? Octonauts. And Rosie is down for a nap now. And I'm working on this process.
Can I get another one?
No,
Why?
because you need to drink some water.
But I still got soda.
Well, then drink your soda. But that's what you should be drinking right now, is water.
Do too.
You don't need soda.
Cause I got soda.
Yes, but that doesn't mean necessarily you need soda. So I'm gonna use up all my yellow tissue paper right now on this.
Mom, can I color?
Can you color? I guess so. Go bring out your coloring stuff. Oh my gosh.
I put it here.
All I'm doing is trying to make this go across everything as much as possible here. I don't know where she got this idea, but I'm trying it. And we're excited because we're going to be going out this weekend of the house and visiting family. And hopefully by then our new masks will be here, so that will be a plus. Make me feel a little bit better about getting out of the house. We are?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
What?
That's a good question. Where are we going this weekend?
Jesus.
Auntie Teresa's?
Look. I'm here in the tongue. Oh, look. Tongue.
Haha, you're wearing the frog hat. This will work. I guess. That there.
A dry out marker.
A dried out marker.
No.
Oh no. Why is the marker dried out, Bella? Because you and Sissy didn't put the cap back on it?
Yeah, because I don't know where's the cap.
Oh. She said to make sure that the layers, try to make sure the corners are definitely layered up more than the rest of it, which I'm trying to do. It's starting to get easier to do this. A little bit easier. A nickel? Trying to pick up all that excess here.
The colors! The colors!
good, Bella.
What the cutters looks like.
There we go.
I don't know what the cutters.
Really? Why not?
I need other cutters to this box. Help me, Mom.
No. You gotta figure this out,
I
Bella.
can't do that. You guessed it. The cutters.
You guess the colors.
I don't know what is the cutters.
That's gray. Oh. I'm guessing it's gonna be like reds and stuff, Bella.
Red is stuff.
Yeah.
Red?
She's trying to figure out color by number, but she can't read the colors.
Maybe let's do this. Maybe my Minnie Mouse.
Yeah?
Mine can build it. Minnie Mouse, you're right.
And I can always trim down the edges, so I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure. I'm adding as many pieces as I can and getting rid of this tissue paper that doesn't seem to ever go away. That's honestly how I feel about this tissue paper, is it never wants to go away. It just stays around. And I hate the color yellow. Which I don't understand why I hate the color yellow, but I do. It just is not my favorite color in the world. And
What the big my Minnie Mouse can?
why is everything Rosie's fault? Maybe you did it. How do you know you didn't do it? Well, don't be blaming Rosie when you could have done it yourself.
She baked it.
When you have your little tantrums, you could have easily done it, Bella. So I'm not gonna yell at Rosie for something that you could have easily done. Yep, we're just gonna do this.
Now I don't have back. No, I don't have back.
There's tons of black in there.
But there's no Kim's back. There are only white and blue and gray
Oh my goodness.
and red. There one.
Now my goal is just to use this up.
Let's get all of the pans. And markers go in a marker pile.
I a setting happen and I'm not moving it.
Marker.
I know this is a rather tedious process, ain't it? Maybe I shouldn't have done this on camera. But we're almost done with this portion of it. So I'm just going to keep on going. And she said make sure it's several layers of each thing. This is just my first batch of layers. We're going to be celebrating Bella's birthday this weekend.
Yeah. I want to be my birthday.
Yep, your birthday is coming up this week, ain't it? It's always around Memorial Weekend. Doesn't necessarily mean it's Memorial Weekend, but it's always around Memorial Weekend. Yeah, my hand's getting stuck to the paper. Alright, we have our last batch of tissue paper here. And again, I'm just trying to follow the directions and see if I can do it. I know she said to use like napkin, but she said tissue paper would work too, so I'm trying the tissue paper way. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to look when this is done, honestly. It looks so fun watching it, her video on this. I'm not trying to smooth it out, I'm just trying to make sure it's crinkled the way it's supposed to crinkle.
I do it to after this, the other one.
Oh, you think so? This is almost our last piece. We'll have one more piece left after this is done, and then we can go to our white tissue paper, or not tissue paper, napkin. That's next.
I can't.
Last piece here. She said, again, it needs to be as many layers as possible, so I'm just trying to layer her on as much as possible. Okay, now we can go on to our white layer. I have all these leftover napkins, and I'm just going to lay them on. This is the white part of the napkin that I could get pulled off without any extra help. So, again, I'm just trying to layer her on. And I need to quit sticking my fingers there. Keep on the plastic, but not on the... It's been kind of nice since that movie, The Rocket Man, has come out. All of a sudden our radio's been playing a lot more Elton John, which is kind of nice. You don't hear Elton John every day anymore, other than my oldies channels. But they've been a lot more lately on the oldies channels than what they were. And again, I'm just trying to use up napkins that I've had sitting for a long time. I wasn't really saving it for anything special. I just saving it for this project. And again, I'm supposed to layer it up. I don't decoupage very often, so anymore. I used to do it all the time. I think it's because it's more fun to decoupage during the summer than it is during the winter. Wintertime, I have a little bit more of a more difficult time wanting to decoupage. What? What's wrong now? Oh, that's a paper clip. Thank you.
I've done a little bit too heavy.
Okay, you're done for a little bit before you clean up. I've been rewatching Girl Boss again. It kind of inspires me to keep on going a little bit. I may be struggling right now, but I understand that in order to create a business, you gotta start with your first baby steps and then work your way through. So I'm trying to be okay with that. Didn't realize I got both layers that one. Oops. This one I did way too much on. That's okay. It's like the napkins are embossed. Kind of a look to these napkins. I think I added a little way too much here, and it's a little harder to get it off of it. There's just a little bit more napkin here. Like what?
I want to do something with the bag.
With the bags?
Only one bag.
What bag?
The big little bag.
What bag?
It's in his backseat. A bag in his back. The big open.
What?
Can I do something?
Like what?
Why there's a paper thing right here?
Because it was in my way at the moment.
No.
Okay? I'll move it back here when I'm done doing what I'm doing. Alright?
But this one will be on it. Another chair.
Why?
Because then you can't reach the candy cane. This.
My cane is a candy cane?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because
It's a funny colored candy cane because I thought candy canes are red and white.
well, they're colors. They're new colors too, you know.
Alright, so now we got our napkin layer here. Now next I have some vintage paper from this. I don't know what year.
I know.
I'm wondering if it says the year.
Infrared.
Made in the USA, 1980. So it ain't that vintagey, but it's still vintage. And all I'm going to do is this. And this is actually going to be my design team project, hopefully here soon. I think it will look cute when it's done.
Why then what this next you put on?
We're gonna layer up all these pieces first, hon.
Fill it up?
Layer up a bunch of these, or actually all of these, and then we're gonna let it dry.
But you got to do the other one. Then you got to do the other one.
Yeah, I'm gluing on this one.
But and you got to do that, huh?
Don't worry. Quit playing with my cane and you won't have any issues, hon.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just trying to use up all these pieces. Got tons of these pieces, Bella. Well, I guess this one's gonna be this way.
Stop.
Gotta put some glue on this and get it down. And then we'll stick some glue on this next one. Bella, quit playing with my cane, please.
This blow on me.
I'm asking you nicely to quit playing with my cane.
Oh, God.
It's gonna bite you one of these times. And Mommy's gonna laugh.
Why is it going to bite?
Because you're being mean to it.
Why is it going to bite you?
Because you're being mean to it.
It's not the biter.
It bites when you're mean to it.
Why?
Because you're being mean.
Then
It doesn't work very good when you're mean to it.
butterfly.
The butterflies bite when you're mean to it.
Why?
Because that's what happens. When you're mean to things, they don't like you and get angry.
It's a demon! Help!
Do you not believe Mommy? I'm gonna let you go. Alright, the last little bit of this, because I had to turn you off. My daughter got picked up by Grandpa to go to McDonald's, and he's gonna bring back some food for both kids, so it ain't like, and Rosie got this treatment the other day, so again, it isn't one or the other kid getting treated a certain way. They both. There we go. I have no idea how many layers this is because I've lost track at this point. But I know it's definitely quite a few layers, so I'm not thinking that, hey, I didn't do this right. I know at least 3 layers of the napkin, several layers of the yellow, and now several layers of the pattern paper. So and I think this will work perfectly for the black and white, and I was supposedly, or for my one journal. So yeah, it's definitely thick in my mind. Quite a few layers. So I think I'm done, and I'm pretty close to out of my Mod Podge, so I'm gonna refill with some water and shake her on up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it took a while, but I'll be doing an update video on decorating it after I cut it down and it dries. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.